Trapped on floor 13. They say if you look too closely at the things meant to be hidden, sometimes they start looking back. I never believed that, not until tonight, when the elevator in my apartment building decided to play games with me. I was running late, hands full of groceries, when my thumb slipped and hit the button nobody ever touches, 13. At first, I laughed it off as a fluke. Everyone knew there was no 13th floor. But as the door slid open, I found myself staring into a hallway that shouldn't exist, lined with faded wallpaper and doors with no numbers. I stepped out, half out of curiosity, half to prove to myself that there was nothing to fear. The air was heavy, thick with an odd static that made my skin itch. I glanced back at the elevator, but the doors had already closed, trapping me in this impossible corridor. The lights overhead began flickering, not randomly, but in deliberate, almost desperate patterns. And then, I realized, they were spelling something out. H-E-L-P-M-E, over and over, with every frantic blink. My chest tightened as I called out, but my voice was swallowed by the endless, echoing silence. Panic set in when every door I tried was locked tight, the handles ice cold and unmoving. My phone was useless, no signal, just a pale reflection of my own terrified face. I tried pressing the elevator button, jamming my finger against it until my nail bent, but the doors stayed firmly shut. The longer I stood there, the more the hallway seemed to stretch, the wallpaper's pattern swirling like eyes tracking my every move. I kept thinking about the message spelled out above me, wondering who needed help, or if it was meant for me. Just as I was about to give up, the elevator doors slid open without a sound. But inside, the walls were smeared with bloody handprints, and the lights still blinked their desperate message. I stepped in, too scared to stay but too terrified to move, and the doors closed behind me. The elevator began its descent, but the numbers above only ever flashed 13, over and over, until I realized with a sick certainty, I had never left the 13th floor at all. And now, someone else would see the lights ask for help, and I'd be the one waiting in the hallway, flickering out a warning that nobody ever heeds.